Buenos dias, los Estados Unidos. Estoy en Honduras. It's behind me, as you can see. Yes, it looks like a tropical resort. Honduras is beautiful. No, I am not on vacation. I can't tell you, I can't even begin to describe the blessings. And this hotel behind me is definitely one of those blessings. Let me tell you a little bit about the situation here and what's going on, and then I'll explain to you just really how God's just amazingly at work in Honduras. Honduras was on the brink of just financial surplus. They really, early 2000s, lots of was going well. Tourism was high in the country. Money was being spent. It was doing really good. And then in 2009, the president was trying to run for another term, which was illegal in Honduras. And there was a huge rebellion, and the president was exiled to Nicaragua, and a lot of corruption took over in government and different things. And just in that, about 2009, the country really suddenly fell to its knees, really. Financial ruin, lots of just things and then about 2 years ago, Dominic Russo, who's the founder and president of Missions Me, was given the opportunity to meet with President Sosa of Honduras, and really President Sosa was like, what do we do? The country's at this. The only thing we can do is just ask God to come in and heal our country. So 2 years ago, the idea of this missions trip, or this idea of La Nueva Honduras, the new Honduras, really started taking place. And President Sosa and Dominic Russo and all these teams that they put together just started going around Honduras, and every politician, they just started talking about what if we could, get to the place where we just said, God, a revival in this country, and let it start here with us, let it start those things, and what if? And that's where it started. 2 years later, 2,000 missionaries, the largest mission team ever organized, at least to date, or known to man, or I don't know how they serve that. 2,000 is a lot. In comparison, 2,000 missionaries in Honduras, a population of about 8 million, would be the equivalent of somebody sending about 80,000 missionaries to America. If there are 313 million, so if a country were to send 80,000 people into America, that's about the equivalent of sending 2,000 people here to Honduras. It's really, we have our 2,000 missionaries, but even before we came, every state, Honduras is separated into 18 states, and every state has been given a team themselves. So they have their in-country teams that have been preparing for these crusades that we're going to do. 18 crusades across the country, and every Capitol building they've rented out these huge athletic fields and different things to hold these this crusade revival, and to just cry out to God for the country. I get emotional. We are in Tegucigalpa, which Tegucigalpa is the capital of Francisco Morazan, which is the state that we're in. And it's actually also the capital of Honduras. So we have if we don't have the largest team in state, we're close. We have about 170 of us here in Tegucigalpa. And we have 7 teams total. So our 7 teams are going to separate. We're going all over the state of Francisco. Going all over Francisco Morazan, and we're going to go out and do tons of things. Today's our first ministry day. We have 4 days of ministry day, and then we'll be preparing for the huge Una Nación, Una Día, Una Nación, Un Día, the big event. And it's everywhere. I mean, billboards. I've seen billboards everywhere. You go into the establishments, restaurants, hotels, everywhere. There's flyers, posters, and the Pastor Raúl, who is the head of the Francisco Morazan chapter of Una Nación, Un Día, he actually is the one that set us up at this beautiful hotel, and the blessings have just been coming in. We brought PB&J for lunch. That's what you eat on a mission trip, PB&Js. But he's actually, their church is going to be feeding all 200 of us, roughly missionaries, are going to be giving us lunches every day. The hotel's beautiful. We came into our room, and on our beds were these, thank you to welcome to Honduras and just thank you and pins. Oh, I don't have my pin, it's on my bag. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what God's doing. So my 5 minutes is up. I love you all. Hope all is well. I will update you tomorrow after our first ministry day. Dios te bendiga. Adios.